It's one of those days. I'm not doing coffee this morning. I already had 2 cups, wasn't doing nothing. Damn Derg. Some other damn Derg. It's barking at 6 in the morning. So he's barking at 6 in the morning and he decides it's time for breakfast at 6 in the morning. Best way to get that is to pounce on us. So yeah, woke me up a little bit late. Took forever to get all the things sorted out for the day, but that's fine. We're still here. We're working with each other. How's it going, guys? This is the last week of the SMP. Looks like 1.19 is coming out, and I got a poll going on the community tab, and it looks like we are going to decide for the new one. And it looks like the 2 front runners. Oh yeah, I should actually check it. That would be the smart thing to do. Where is it? The final day's thumbnail. Are you turning religious after leaving the Manosphere? Yeah, I thought it was funny. Unlike everybody else, when I decide to leave the Manosphere, I just make it a euphemism for some channel clout for Minecraft video. Okay, so I see there's 3 options that people are kind of drawn to. The first one is having a giant mangrove jungle that fills the entire area, as well as a desert. And then the next is having individual islands that each guys get to, like, you claim one and then build on it, or just a giant swamp with the small mangrove thing on it. I'll probably do a final poll where I put those 3 together. And, oh, actually, you know what? I might just bring that to the guys that actually... Yeah, so I'll make a second one that's just for people who are actually playing on it and get them to pick between those final 3. I think that seems all right. And then I'll have to get it all started, update all the mods. What I'm going to try and find too is there's 2 other things that supposedly I can do on there. One is there's a mod where I can set it up so Bedrock players can play on it, but it's kind of like you have to jump through some hoops. So with a Bedrock account, and I don't know how this works now that the Microsoft accounts are ported over, but supposedly you have your Bedrock account, you have to buy a Java account, and then you connect to a server that has that mod. And then for your login and password, you use the ones for your Java account. And then it allows you to play on like your console or your phone or whatever on the SMP server. No idea how it works. My girl wants to sneak on the thing, so she keeps hounding me for it. So I'll take a look into that. I got to update the voice mod, and I think that's about it. So yeah, it'd be all right. Oh, good. We got a flowery shirt. Yeah, what can I say? We're back to the good old days. One more thing I gotta check. Oh yeah, focus is good enough. Where's my manners? How have you been? How's things? What's new? What's new with you guys? Did you enjoy the Sigma Mail chat between me and Rolo? Not gonna lie, I like nerding out on this stuff. I hate doing it on my channel because it's not red-pilled per se. I might have already had this conversation with you. I don't know. It is the camera balance. You're suspiciously orange. Oh, well, that's the warmth. Actually, you know what? We can probably fix that up. Let me see that. We've got to switch to this one. Let me see. No, not the crossbar. Where's the stupid... Let me check with the white balance. Oh, it's set at 5200. Let's turn it down to 48. There we go. That should be more skin tone-ish. Orange Ryan, good. And to be fair, it's not like it's a little warmer, but I'm a fair bit darker. I am. It's just because I've been outside for a couple days while it was sunny, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Besides, with the blue in the background, it emphasizes the oranges and the pigments in my skin, so it's a little lighting trick that they don't teach you in school. So I'm not an alpha male. I'm only cooler and with friends. Damn. Yeah. Well, of course you notice gamma energy everywhere. It's one of those things that people forget about, is that most guys are just tarded. They're so tarded. Even actually, to be fair, Rolo's chat's cleaned up a lot since I was last there. So there was only a few guys, and I did have a lot of fun with that one guy where he was laughing at the way the male organizations like self-organize. There's the guy in charge. There's his, the beta male lieutenants. There's the delta male, like average rank and file, and there's the gamma males that pick fights they can't possibly. And it was right after that some guys just micking off in the chat, and I was like, hey, this is perfect. Alpha's channel, or Rolo's channel's alpha. I'm the beta who's about loyalty. You guys are the deltas that are watching it, and this guy's the gamma that's about to get the boot. When are we going to get Ginny mail? Yeah, it's so I don't think I articulated it well in the stream, which I really should. So if you want to talk about Vox's socio-sexual hierarchy, it's closer to Venkatesh Rao's Gervais principle than it is like alpha fucks and beta bucks. So, and that's another reason I didn't want to talk about it like on my channel, because it muddies the waters, and the kind of guy hears alpha assumes all of it is alpha. But I don't think they caught the point when I started talking about like alpha is just a designation, because like when radio frequencies, you want to talk about cell phone frequencies, there's alpha, beta, and delta waves. And of those different wireless waves that are across the electromagnetic spectrum along the line of sight, like VHF, it's higher than VHF, but I just call it VHF because that's the one I could think of. VHF and UHF are line of sight. And those different carriers that carry signals for your text messages or your phone calls are literally called alpha, beta, and delta. And so if everybody's like alpha males or wolves and shit like that, it's like, I always bring this one back. The problem is it's such a nerdy reference to the alpha, beta, delta that nobody kind of catches it except for like technical people. Yeah, dibs on ultra male. And I fucking can't stand the term alpha male, beta male. I'm like, you guys just aren't getting it. Stop replacing Jesus with Chad Jesus, you know? Yeah, brainwaves have alpha, beta, gamma, delta too. So like, you get it. These are just, I think they're Greek, aren't they? They're just Greek letters, and they use those like just to give things a hierarchy, because you can't tell it wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. It doesn't work quite so well in the language, so you just call alpha, beta, you know, alpha, beta. Oh fuck, I was gonna use the phonetic alphabet to see if I can remember it. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet, Kilo, Lima, Mike, November, Oscar, Papa, Quebec, Romeo, Sierra, Tango. What's U again? Fuck, I can't remember what U is. I don't want to say umbrella because it's not umbrella. Dude, I think I'm losing my military knowledge. Jesus Christ. U phonetic alphabet. What are they calling you? Uniform, of course. Thank you, Bishop. Yeah, Victor, Whiskey, X-Ray, Yankee, Zulu. Holy jeez, boys. I could even think... the worst part is I was about to just start ditting the Morse code. I'm like, I can't remember what it is. It's dit-dit-da. Dit-dit-da. Or da-dit-dit. Uniform and whiskey. Yeah, it's a funny thing. Anyways, enough of this horse shit. I'm goofing around here. And then, I actually didn't realize a lot of guys apparently did not know about the Midswatch recordings, which I guess I haven't done one in a while, so I can kind of see it, but there it is. Give me a sec. Put you back down. Something nice and chill. And how's the audio levels? Yeah, they're good. Yeah, it's easy because of the Bloodhound Gang song. Well, it was easy for me because I used to teach it. I had to teach that in Morse, semaphore, radio, and written communications. Although semaphore is fairly easy if you want to do it like Chief style. It's like you got your Alpha, Beta, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, you know, Tango, Uniform, Whiskey. That with the flags, but yeah, it's one of the old things that when you're teaching semaphore to guys for using replenishments at sea and that for close range visual communications, is like most of the signalmen, you'll set them up, they have the flags and they gotta do it full arm's length and shit like that, but then you get the chiefs and they'll always like talk amongst each other and what they used to do, and there's always like some real old salty chief that's got some like bright orange gloves, and they'll put on the gloves and they'll just do like, they'll tap the points on the thing, and this is how they talk amongst each other. And it's great because if you get really fast at it, and I'm pretty fast at it, at least I was, you can speak about as fast as somebody speaking slow like you got hit in the head. Like that's how fast you can communicate with just your hands, so it's pretty cool. Marty, I swear to fuck, man, I swear to God. Anyways, let's get on this one. I think enough goofing around. Let's give her a good send-off. So I thought, like, what am I going to do today? We don't have anything else to build. So I thought, why not just look at the server? So I did some... I got some... I'm like, at least I can do is get the final stuff done. So I'll take a... As you can see, I beautied up the... oh, dude, what does he want? All right, we got to get out of here. Oh, yeah, he's pissed. Sorry, guys. Gotta go. I figured we will take a look around because this entire server, I have not, like, spent a lot of time looking at the guys' bases, green light, put in a huge amount of work on a lot of different farms and that stuff. And you guys have seen me kind of go over there, but for the most part, I'm just either using them or telling you guys about them. So I'm like, let's go take a look. Where am I? Oh, in here. Forgetting your military knowledge. What kind of military grade stream is this? Actually, that's exactly a military grade stream. Lowest bidder. Oh, what the hell? We're going to fix the shader packs. It's clear I picked the wrong ones. Oh, let's just go with T. No reason to get super fancy. And I guess we're running back. Fair enough. Shouldn't take us that long. The Ballad of Chasey Lane is great, but I mean the song Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo. Oh, I get it. Very funny. Hey, Groot's place. Let's go see Groot's place. Why not? Dude, how far out has he been? Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. I think for next season, so I was thinking about like the style I wanted to build in, and I'm not sure about the specific style. I was thinking almost like rustic woodland type stuff, or maybe I can go hyper vaporwave with like the coloring and that being super colorful. But I really do think it's like, just don't build unless I can make it pretty. If I can't make it pretty, don't even bother. And instead of mega builds, I think I'm going to go for more expansive builds. More terraforming, less just size and scope, but we'll have to see. Real military grade is blaming something on the other guy. Well, it's blaming it on policy. I followed the policy. The screw up is not my fault. But you don't say it's decision makers. You just say, oh, it's the policy's fault. And then everybody's like, oh, okay, so I'll rewrite the policy. I'll solve the problem. It's like, didn't you create the problem? You're like, shh. Ooh, I'm gonna take your boat. Here, I'll leave you some nyland. Okay, I'm starting to think that Groot doesn't actually have a place down here, and that he was lying to me. Call it a hunch. Call it a hunch. Alright, come on, sir. We gotta get going back to the ice. Back to the ice. But it's fun. I mean, we should do those more. In fact, I gotta bring him on my channel more. I really don't. Like, we were having a talk offline about that before, where it was kind of, like, everybody's always like, hey, have you worked with this creator before? What do you think of them? What do you think of this guy? What do you think of this guy? Like, we swap notes, right? To see who's, like, maybe not worth hanging out with, who's maybe a little more trouble than they're worth, and who's actually like, dude, this is fun. If you get this guy, try to make an effort. And yeah, I kind of realized something. It's that I don't ever get, like, whenever everybody talks about collabs being the best way to build channels, like, I don't ever get guest bumps. Doesn't matter who my guest is. I can bring Rollo on the channel, there's no bump. I can bring Rich on the channel, no bump. I can bring John, I can bring Dr. David Lay, I can bring Torsha or whoever's. And so it's nice in that nothing is going to give me a bump. So I just have the people on that I want to hear from. Stuff that's cool. Stuff that interests me. Stuff that I find is on point for Red Pill. And it really frees me from that whole clout chasing crap right now, because I don't know if you guys have noticed right now, but there's a little bit of a storm brewing, a little bit of a crap storm brewing. Have you seen that? It's what the hell is it? With kickboxing boys. All right, we're at Dave's cave. Zombie spawner. You know what? I'm gonna try and get to Groot's place because I keep forgetting to go there. Nether fortress, wither skeletons. Let's try this again. Groot can't be too far. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, the fact that, like, there's no reason to do any of this stuff. Yeah, but Groot's place, good luck. Wait, wasn't this where oh yeah, this Groot's place isn't done yet. I get it now. You know what? We're just gonna go here. Box kicking. Thank you. Yeah, I guess for some reason all the right-wing content creators like the idea of hanging out in Romania and being, you know, big shots. But crows are coming home to roost. The crows are coming home to roost. If you don't follow any creator but me, I would suggest do though. Even if you're not watching him, because case in point for Mish, for Dave, for Avid, and all these guys, you have to hit 2 metrics for monetization, which is their this is getting slick. You have to hit 2 metrics for monetization. You need 1,000 followers and 4,000 watch hours in a month. Now, the 4,000 watch hours aren't bad. I'll go to your place. I just can't find everything yet. I'm not the best with directions. Anyways, it's not bad. The trick is to get the 1,000 subscribers. That's always the holding point. So even, like, normally it's just a vanity metric, but that very first metric of getting a guy monetized, which is a big deal because once you're monetizable, YouTube is more incentivized to push you in the algorithm. So it actually does give you an initial boost to your stuff. Oh, JD's or Billy or JD. Oh, Billy's got the interview. Dude, don't be nervous. Here, honestly, look at it. Excuse me. Look at it the same way you look at pickup. Do you know where most guys think they have to qualify themselves to a girl? Well, approach this with the dynamic that you're not trying to convince the company that you're a good fit for them. You're looking at the company to see if there's anything around here that wouldn't make you want to work for them. And I know that sounds weird, but it makes a huge difference. Even though, like, they're a big company, sure, but, you know, you're there at the interview. So they clearly need somebody for this position. You don't need this job. Like, you're not dying right now, right? Oh, yeah, I forgot to go grab a bed. Dude, I like how we set up, like, decent little tree farms. Gotta go get some sleep. Gotta sleep. I don't know where to sleep. Why did you do this to me? Oh, wait, maybe we can just run in here. There's got to be a bed in here somewhere, right? Maybe it's down there. Dave, do you sleep? I don't think he does. I really don't think he does. There's no beds in here. Is somebody gobbling up all the beds? Which one of you guys is doing that? Maybe he's got one lying around. Dag nabbit. Wait a minute. Was that what that is? No. Oh, haha. I like that. Dude, I give up. Where do people sleep on this damn server? What the hell? Dave's place. Oh. Oh, wow. Such humble abode. This giant base, big, huge setup. And what's he do? He sleeps in his initial, like, 3x2 home. Look at him. All right. Oh, coach, it's actually some of the best advice I've heard. Well, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's because it's true. That's the thing that people don't realize. It's like you're not put on this earth to work for somebody else. You deciding to work for somebody else is to offer them something. Now, if you don't have enough to offer them, then you wouldn't have gotten there in the interview, right? They need X, Y, and Z criteria. You have X, Y, and Z criteria. So it's a two-way thing. Yeah, they need somebody to work there, but you don't have to work there. And they think you might be the guy. And so I'm not saying do that to be like, if you don't give me $1 million, I'm out of here. You don't want to get like ridiculously cocky about it. But you know how everybody's like, you always got to like show interest in their company, ask a bunch of poignant questions and shit like that. What easier way is there to do that than to actually have an interest to see if the company is good for you? And don't be ham-fisted with like your, so of all the reasons to hire me, which one is this? Like, no, it's not like that. Like, what's the shit that's important to you? For me, the important shit is I don't want to be locked onto like a rigid military schedule like that. So I ask about like, you know, the flexibility in work time, how like they handle crunch periods. That's actually a good one, especially if you're like a game developer. I know they have their little crunch periods where everybody has to buckle down and bust their ass for like 2-3 weeks at a time. And then you find out, well, maybe these guys do that, but you know, once a year during the annual release, they try not to make it a habit of it. Or maybe they're trying to tell you that like, dude, we are always in crunch time. Like everything is always a fire waiting to be put out. And then you realize like there's a real chaotic environment in there. So once you have all that information of what they plan to do, how the working environment is there, you ask yourself, is this the kind of environment I would like? If so, great. If not, then you ask yourself, okay, so what would they offer me to the that would counter the stuff that I don't want to put up with, you know? Like, oh, that's going to be like an hour-long commute. Right now I just walk to work. Well, how much money would they be able to say until that didn't become an issue? And then you make that your offer. It's better if you can tie it into like real world things, but you know, that's just a good way to think about it. And it's not always money. Sometimes it's just, yeah, that's great. I need work from home for 3 days a week because this commute is killing me. Or you don't have to say why, you just say that's what you want, right? And that's the thing. If you notice you're asking for like a monumental amount of stuff, well then one of two things is going to change. One, the company's a piece of shit and you don't want to work for them. So you literally are throwing them a number so that you don't have to say no, because they may just accept it. I've seen examples. It's usually engineer types, but I've seen examples where they ask for some ridiculous amount of money because everything about the thing is a red flag. And then the guy's like, okay, we can do that. And they're like, fuck, fair enough. Yeah, Jack hasn't done any work. I guess he's been busy on his thing, so I can see that. Well, you know what? It's a he tried moment. Having said that, the size is there. All it's missing is the details. And then other times of like, yeah, I'm not going to hire you for that, and they give you a lowball offer, and you find out it doesn't work. No. And keep in mind, this only works when you're not desperate for work, right? So like if you are completely desperate, if you're thirsty and you'll take anything they give you, then that might just be a case that you have to suck it up, take the first thing you're offered to work up enough value to the point where you can get here. But I would suggest at the very least, and this is obviously not going to help you today, but at the very least, it's good to, I think green's over here, build up a nest egg to the point that you can take 2 years. I think it's like 6 months to 2 years is what people suggest. I like leaning on at least the 1 year side. So that even if this one is your only offer out there, you don't have to accept. It's like, dude, I got another year. I can keep looking for this one. You know, thank you, but no thank you. God damn. There has been a whole world built up that I have not had a chance to explore. That's another thing for next season I gotta do. I gotta come to your guys' bases more and just spend episodes here. Aw, we're entering America, sir. Like, dude, wait a sec, is this? Oh, I think he did this all himself. Way nicer build than I got. You got an eye for aesthetics. A lot of It appears that everybody was given the mark of the devil. That's funny. Whoa. Holy sweet mother. Look at this. Now here's your conference of masculine excellence. Yes, indeed. How far does that go down? Oh, it's only 2 levels. I like that idea. Multiple levels of dudes. There's a lot of zombie sounds, though. Why is it so... Alright, so I'm pretty sure I know why the zombies are there. I just don't know where they are. That sound's coming from somewhere. Yeah, he likes multiple levels of dudes. There's your spawner. Bedtime. There's gotta be a zombie spawner up there or something, I'm guessing. I gotta play around more with bees. I still don't. Oh, I see. Alright, I don't know where the bees are. They're somewhere. Fancy! Or the zombies, I mean. But yeah, dude, it's like, I don't know why. If you're not on this server, you gotta get on here. Like, and here, so it's another thing I'm gonna do with the new server is I'm gonna start it off with, there's a world border command that can constrict the size of the map. So what I'll probably do for the first month or so of the server is set it to only like 1,000 by 1,000 or something like that to kind of constrain us so we get our builds a little closer together and we rub arms a little better. Because I noticed that's the one thing from the very first time, map I started to this one. The one thing that made a huge difference was have us all build closer together as opposed to just spread out. So that should be good. I will say this, though. My kelp farm is way better than his. I'm sure his is more consistent, but I just dunk mine and I got a double chest of stuff just coming at me. And I think that's going to be my expectation. So when I build farms from now on, I'm going to aim for them to fill a double chest every time they run. I think that's doable. Oh. Look at this with the buttresses and everything. All right, I'm like a fan of it. Yeah, dude, see, I'm not thinking nearly enough when it comes to creativity. Like some of this stuff here, that's down, I want up. Yellow? I was noticing this too. The yellow glazed terracotta is actually kind of a decent look. Although I think I've been here before. Yeah, this is like... Okay, that's new though. I see he's putting the gold farm to good use. Very slick. All right, one more thing. I gotta quickly... Instead of just guessing, I'm gonna actually take a look. Where is the server? There's the server. All right, so southeast of me is another guy. I think that one might be... Which way is southeast? West and south. Southwest, southeast. So this away. Oh, dang it. What does this do? Oh, I get it. Well done, sir. Well done. I like that. Just in case that ship starts giving some grief. Oh yeah, and I've seen a new thing about super smelters. So I'm looking forward to try like a new updated, upgraded, faster and bigger smelter setup. One that I can actually handle the loads that I throw at it. You can go southeast to see my small cave I used to hide to Doug from monsters. Oh, okay. So southeast, so it's this way. Is this your cave? No, it's not your cave. That looks nice. Yeah, Tom Canuck and Marty. I wouldn't mind seeing your guys' base at some point. Oh wait, there's a somebody made a lava cast. Yeah, not gonna lie, guys, though, there's some really good work. Oh yeah, the mob farm. Dude, not gonna lie, it looks pretty imposing. I like it. I'm joking, don't go. To your point in the beginning, I hope you joke about bringing your wife on. You already have an example in MRP. It might cause problems. Not the cat, not like on the fucking stream, dude. I just mean on the server to play Minecraft. Yeah, no, it's... Again, I don't... It just doesn't work. Like I said. You guys already know that. I got more than one example, too. There's plenty of guys that are bringing their girls on. That was kind of why Rollo wanted to talk with me anyway, because he realizes a lot of guys don't know about the Athel K situation. And so many guys are going to end up doing the exact same problems that he did because they aren't aware of the history of how, like, the sphere moves, the red pill moves, right? All right, where are we going? It's a good system. I kind of like it. I don't know. I know lava casts are weird. They're kind of like just this like cheap, shoddy build, but they never look bad, you know? All right, which way is south? That way is south. But I guess it'd be good if you want to set up the initial thing, if you want to fill up mountain stuff. Actually, it's probably the best for filling in space. Get in the boat. Dig in the hole. Excuse me. When were you on Rollo's channel? That would have been... Was that Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. Tuesday or Wednesday, anyway. Yeah, it was one of his live streams. It was You're Not a Sigma Male, where he wanted to talk about the socio-sexual hierarchy, the Vox Day stuff. And it was good because he's like, yeah, I'll have you on. And to be fair... The only reason he did is because I'm the only guy who's actually read the fucking thing and knows what he's doing. So, yeah. Well, that and he knows I show up on time and I know what I'm doing, and fairly pleasant is really the key to YouTube. Don't make the other person regret the experience of having you on his channel. Get out of here, sir. I don't got time for your bullshit. Excusez. Alright. I am already lost. But I think I need to go this way. I really should have brought a bed with me to save me all these evenings. We'll learn it the old-fashioned way. And I think I'm going to use more wood in the builds on the next one. Wood, and especially the new mangrove stuff. I've really got to see how the new mangrove stuff looks. I have a feeling, though, it's like a... Modded Minecraft had that same style of wood where it's super brown, and I don't think I'm going to like it as much as I think, but it's the new thing, so you got to use it. So we'll see. Alright, excuse me, sir. Stop shooting at me. I'm just passing through. If I remember correctly, one of you guys has like a mushroom village down here. I'm really glad I lost that set of wings just before the final series. Because it's so much more fun to run in here like a pleb. That's right, we keep going. Dude, they got it out for me. Oh, thought that was Marty's cave. Not so much. Excuse me, excuse me. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So this week, the setting up the new server. Setting up the new merch. I'm going with Red Morning for... I'm getting a Red Morning shirt for sure. I'm torn yet whether I add a different kind of mug, because I kind of like how it's just a single sort, but I might make a theme, so there'll be like a 4 set altogether, like 4 years, 4 sets of mugs, but they're all consistent, like you put them on a shelf and they look normal. Add them to the fucking knickknack shelf. I think that'll be the way I go about that, but we will have to see. And then probably some T-Rex Army type stuff, because, I don't know, this channel, I'm not gonna lie, the Zomboid T-Rex Army stuff is just so much fun. It's so much fun, it's so entertaining. And the Keystone Cops theme we got going on, which is completely organic. Oh, that looks nice. I figured we'd have to set up some convoluted things to make it entertaining. No, it turns out that Dave likes messing around and Mish can't drive, so it sells itself, you know? Oh wait, there it is. I think that's it. It's something I keep seeing on the Big Boy map, but I never come to check it out, and I've been so irritated that I haven't, you know? So we're going to do it now. Oh, yeah, that's the only other thing. So there's one hiccup. Thinking back to the server. So 1.19 is not out yet, and there's a biome finder application that allows you to preview maps. So since 1.19 is out, it might not specifically match it. So we might end up with something completely off from what we're used to doing. So I just want to warn you guys now, we might not get what we're looking for here. There we go. This is the one I've been seeing. So I see what he did. He just he dolled up a... Oh, look at him. Puts his guys down below. I like it. Oh, thank God. Yeah, Jeek, I'm glad you like it. Like I said. Plus, it's good because I see Dave makes the episodes out of the live stream. I make the episodes out of the live stream. And you can see the same thing from different perspectives. Like, there's times when Dave and I split up, see what he's up to, see what I'm up to. It's really good. Folian starter home. Oh, look at him go. This looks like the U-boat. Yeah, look at him. He's doing all right for himself. That's the other thing, too. So, like, you know I like to combine blocks because I like the gradient effect you can get out of them. Birchwood is such a difficult one. The fact that you've made, like, a birchwood and diorite theme build here, never would have thought of those combinations. They just work. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's all closed off. It's like intimate. You can't see down long sight lines. It's very good as like a, and I know this sounds weird to talk about with electronic Lego, but I was watching a documentary on Disney and the Harry Potter theme park, and they call it an experience. Apparently that's what makes the Star Wars and the Harry Potter theme park so successful, because they have to make a giant mass-produced amusement park into an individual experience. And one of the things they're like, yeah, you have small sight lines, encourages exploration. all of the characters that are in their thing have backstories built up in that, and then you hire people and you train them in improv. So anytime you go there, they're just going to deal with you based on how their character was designed. And I'm like, that's a lot of effort. Like, I guess I should expect that. Disney's been doing theme parks for like 100 years now, and Universal too, but yeah. And then they have to like not use branded stuff. That was the thing that got me. That's like a huge risk. Like, imagine a company's like, yeah, we can't use Coke or Pepsi. We got to use, what's the Harry Potter one? Butterbeer, or the blue milk from Star Wars. And so you're actively avoiding the product placement of Coke and Pepsi. What the hell is this for? Oh. I guess what do you do? Just throw whatever mob in there? I don't know. Disney doesn't hire people, they groom them. Oh yeah, isn't that the thing? They make it set up like a cult. And snipers hide in the shadows so actors don't break character. But that's the thing, like in Orlando with Disney there, they don't, like, that's the best job in that entire place. So if you're working for Disney, you're like, if you screw it up, you might as well just leave town. So I think people are very incentivized to do good work. It's the one person town. It's the one cart town, sir. Keep your mining down. And Boo's absolutely right. Sorry, back on the job interview. Yeah, don't worry about that. Questions don't have one right answer. You're advertising yourself. Absolutely. I noticed, like, yeah, the more technical a place is, the more those questions apply. So it's not so much they're checking if you get the right answer. They want to see how you think. How do you problem solve? How do you handle things on the fly? You know, that sort of stuff. I like this one. This is a nice little build. See what I mean, though? Like little things, like landscaping like this. Which, I'm not sure what this is. I think it's like he made up his own mangrove farm. Yeah, little things like this. Just here for aesthetics, whatever. I do regret not spending more time here. Yeah, they just want to see how you think through problems. How do you problem solve? How do you handle things that there's multiple answers to? And I think that's set up to be multiple answers on purpose. All right, back to the map. Where do we leave off? Oh, we're just down here. Okay, so when we got... Who's next? There's that mushroom village up north. I just can't remember where the hell that one was, and the map got reset, so I'm missing it. So I guess we just head north. Yeah. Which way is north? This away. I had an engineering job for like 5 weeks. I left because there was no insurance and the hours were inconsistent. How can I sell that as a good thing? What, that you left or that you worked there? Like, what kind of problems were you working on? That's the thing. It's not so much you have to lie about your previous employment, although a lot of people do, and there's a good reason to. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Do you even have to mention it? But if you do mention it, like, you must have learned something from there. Nobody goes into an experience not learning something. And so if you can pull that piece out. So, like, yeah, it was intermittent. And here's the thing. The military taught me this. Military taught me this, and so now I'm going to teach it to you. In the military, there will sometimes be jobs that are outside of your scope. They've never happened. It's something brand new. And, okay, right at the time, we have to set up this new system. Like, for example, when we were on deployment, we had to set up a unified communications network between us, the Pakistani fleet, the British fleet, and the French contingent at Djibouti, which was NATO standard. Now, here's the problem, is that we have a bunch of confidential networks. There was, I can't remember what they're called now. Dude, I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, there was 3 of them, and one of them is Five Eyes. So, Australia, America, Canada, New Zealand, and UK. Yeah, I think it's CAN, US, UK, and Z. That's the Five Eyes network, and that's one of them. Then there's another one we have that is Commonwealth. It's like a Commonwealth one, and that's just Canadian, but Can Eyes only. So that one we can't show to the US. The problem is none of these ones accepted Pakistani, so we had to set up a network that could use the same top secret infrastructure as the other one, but without compromising those other two networks. So we had to build our own. We had to basically, you know, mothball a bunch of equipment, because once you've taken it off the network, they're not going to let you put it back on even if you wipe it. You have to basically degauss and remove the whole thing. It cost a bunch of money. We set that up. We ended up going across to the different Navy ships, setting it up on their end, which was funny because our big joke was we did more boardings than the boarding party. Now, here's the thing. My job on it was, I was on the bridge at the time, so I didn't have a huge role to play on this one, other than setting up the things. But once we landed ashore, deployments were done. We had to do a similar setup on a different thing, and it was like, hey, Ryan, you know, you did this last time, didn't you? It's like, well, I was there. It's like, all right, you're in charge. And that's how subject matter expert is born in the military. Who was there last time it happened? You officially know more than everybody else, so you're the subject matter expert. Why am I mentioning this? It's because the same thing. If you were in the room when somebody was solving an engineering problem, you now were officially part of the team that solved the engineering problem. That is now a thing that you can solve. And you don't think you can. It sounds kind of weird. Like, I can't solve that. I'm not that good. It's like, well, I mean, you kind of have to be, because there's nobody else. All right, where'd I leave off? I think it's this way. Yeah, I see some paths, so we'll get on the path. So what did you learn there? Was any good? Bring it up. Northeast, eh? Northwest east. There it is. Donka. Actually, wait, I want to go northwest first. There's something there that I want to go see. And then you just got to use the right terminology for it. So there is, like, how well do you know this? Are you familiar with it? Or have you been exposed to it? Are you familiar with it? Are you good with it? Or are you mastering it? I know there's probably different wording you can use there, but that's kind of it. So, like, yeah, I've been exposed to it. Or I'm familiar with it. Familiar is the common one people use. As soon as you've touched it, you're familiar with it. Now, this comes with the assumption that once you're put into something, if you have to have a level of knowledge you don't have, you're going to study. You're going to be a quick study, and you're going to learn it. That's really what you have to do. Oh, is this one Tom Canucks, or is this one Vince? Hope you guys... I got to get more liberal with signage, too, because I don't do that enough. Oh, wait, it'll say whose place this is on the other side of this. Yeah, Paul's got a good point, too, because that's something else, and nobody... Oh, this is not where I want to be at all. All right, fair enough. Yeah, a lot of people think a CV is, oh, okay, we are not where we're supposed to be at all. And I don't know how to get out of here. Oh, wait, I do. Very sad day for everybody. All right, no more entering portals because we don't have any of them set up properly. Let's get back there. Because I don't think I have a bed over here, do I? No, I don't. Oh, and I don't have a saddle. We could have ridden the horse, too. Too much lava. All right, excuse me, sir. Let's try it again. Let's get all the way back there. It's kind of nice, actually. It's a bit of a hike to get to these places. Oh, and I do want to see how far the city's made it, because I know that was one of the later bases. Dante was kind of making progress, but he got busy. He got busy learning pickup and having fun, so. To be fair, if you have your two choices, yeah, do I want to build my base or do I want to get some action? I don't blame him for making that decision. In fact, he should be making that decision. God knows if he's not making that decision, he's watching the wrong channel. If you want to have a time sink, I got one for you. One of them wheat waffles guys. Oh yeah, for the resume. Yeah, a lot of people think a resume is your way to tell people everything you've done. And that's, if you're like C-suite, then they kind of need a comprehensive view. But yeah, for an interview, think of it more like ad copy. Essentially, if you want to customize a resume for a company, what it should look like is everything they want from you, you have experience of it, and that's the only thing you put on your resume. Yep. Dang it all to hell. All right, we're walking in the dark again. No, I can't walk in the dark. There's got to be a way to get in there without breaking. Do I have Silk Touch? Oh, good. Doesn't matter. There we go. Look at that. Excusez-moi, sir. Pardon. Precisa. Oh, man. That's a good breeder. All right. Back onto the journey. Yeah, those are generic responses. The one I've always used too, Boo, which kind of thinks yours with the no room for growth thing. You just kind of like, that's the environment right now. If you want to advance in your career, you have to move away from a company. Because to be fair, the only answer I ever gave was like, I don't want, like, oh, why did you leave your last company? It's like, I didn't want to leave them. They were great. There was nothing wrong with them, but you know, I have to make a choice. Either I stay with the company for the rest of my life and stay at this exact same position, or I pursue personal growth and I move on. It's like the only way you can do it now. I like it because it signals two things. One is that I don't take jobs I don't want and that I can't perform in. Like, I'm not just floating from job to job to job. And two, it just shows it's all about incentives, right? Like, dude, if you're a great company, I'll work for you forever. But if you can't offer me any growth, then I'll probably move on. But if you can offer me the things that I want, I'll stay with you guys forever and be perfectly loyal. And that's like, takes a weight off a lot of guys' shoulders to know that they can probably invest in you if they want to. Unfortunately, it's not the... Okay, these are just normal ones. I don't think this is fancy. So we're going to go... What was it? Northeast, you said? I had to kind of tailor that because some companies, it was just contractor. And the contractor stuff seemed more apt for investment than the full-time places, which is kind of weird. Yeah. I left because my manager didn't look at me work and for the last 5 months. That and no growth. Yeah, it's weird. It seems like to go totally counter to anything I've learned about how to manage people in my entire career, but you know, I guess people are like that. One of my girl's older bosses was like that. He basically, at once a year, he's like, okay, so I need you to tell me everything you did, because I don't know. And she gets so mad. Fuck are you doing? Why am I working for you? Aren't I solving your problems? Shouldn't you know what I'm doing? That is true. Navigation is not my strong suit, but we're getting there. Oh, look at this. This one built? You guys built this, right? Yeah, there's signs here. This farm has fox protectors. Yeah, you guys do all right. Which one is this one? Is this, Minecrafter? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's right, because he has his underground thing here. Yeah, the stalagmites. Dude, this would have been the greatest place to build a base. I wish I had seen it first. I kind of regret now. Alright, so where else we got here? Looking back at the map. Oh, you know what? Date. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, update render. There. I need to see the map updated a little bit so I can see where the next place is to go. Although, here's the thing. Do you guys like the Dine map option? Do you think it's even worth keeping, or should I kill it for the next time? So I'm not quite sure about this. All right, what did you say? Northeast? I had to go, so northeast. It's this way, right? If I'm going the wrong direction, let me... Actually, hey, you know what? I hope you don't mind, Minecrafter, but... Yeah, I need a horse. Alright, I don't need a horse. I need to jump. Excusez-moi, sir. I'll bring your horse back, I promise, and if he dies, I apologize. I guess the server's ending, so like I don't have to apologize too bad. North of Greenlight's base. Fuck, where was Greenlight's base? Oh, he's to the east. So yeah, northeast. So north and east. So I gotta go that way. We can do this. Yeah, it's the only thing that makes the horse kind of annoying is that it's 2 blocks wide, so getting through forest is almost impossible. But the fact that it just walks up single blocks like that's so useful on traversing terrain. Oh. Let me see here. No, we're trapped. We can make it. We made it. There we go. Nailed it. Aced it. Yeah, we stopped. Okay, so now we need to go straight east. This way. Excuse me, sir. And I'll probably have to go a bit south because I don't think he's as far north as the ice line. He's not at the wall. What's that Game of Thrones thing? He's not at the wall. Come on, sir. To be fair, though, I do not miss those that interview process anymore. It was just so... I never liked it. Not because I was like above it or anything like that. It's mostly because most people are really bad at it. Like really bad. Especially when you usually do the first interview, it's with HR. And then your second interview is with the department head and the people you're going to be working with. And so I found like the HR just read things off a script. It was like you could just phone this one in. And then when you realize with them, because they have no idea about the technical skills in your job or like the day-to-day stuff, they just know what's written on a piece of paper. So you have to kind of completely change. You're basically talking to somebody who doesn't know about your job, why you would be a great fit for your job. So you can kind of just say whatever. It's almost like you got to start being the platitude Twitter account, you know? I thought promoting from within was better because it shows loyalty. It's not. It's not anymore. You literally, because what used to be is they don't want to have to manage the risk that have those people, because all those people there in, oh, here we go, in full-time positions, they are a financial risk to the company. If the company hits hard times, you got to lay off a bunch of people because, you know, they're the most expensive problem, right? And I think I told you guys before, like when I was doing contract work, I was earning probably twice what I earned when I was just doing employee work. And it turns out the benefits package costs a fortune. So it's actually cheaper just to hire what you need when you need it, make it a contractor, keep it for 2 years, and then replace it and swap it out every 2 years, even though the quality of work goes down. Same as like exporting things to India. You always take a hit. Always. How am I going to make it in there? I don't want to leave the horsey. Can I go? No, I can't go that way. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Do I have... Oh, I lost the lead already. God damn it. Here's the deal, horse. You stay here. Actually, here's what we'll do. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. There, you can't escape here, and I'll come back and get you. Follow the river south. Following river south. First off, let's see what he did here. Okay, so this is just giant hole. Oh, hello, sirs. Look at this. Open villagers and everything. Fucking fancy. Yeah, people don't want quality anymore. It's actually kind of interesting. There's an old 2001 Wired magazine article, back when Wired was good. They call it the good enough economy. Oh. And the good enough economy was just that. Like, nobody wants quality anymore. They just want something that's good enough. They want disposable. And so the companies that were thriving were the ones that actually cheapened their process. Do a flip. What the hell? Oh, I see. Diving board. All right, I'm gonna do the triple Lindy. If anybody here remembers 80s movies, you'll know the reference. Oh, I don't think I can do that at all. At least we can get a look. Oh, that's all right. Bridge, villages. I do like the segmented water farms. Oh, and the big bridge. Is there anything over on this side? Dude, ambitious. Ambitious project. I'm liking it. All right. I'm going to go take that bridge and then head back to Horsey Horse. And we'll carry on. Back to school, indeed. But that's the weird thing, too, because I know the frustrating thing as an employee is that, or even a contractor, is that there's a bunch of people that they work for cheap, but they're so incompetent that they actually make things harder for you. And I know everybody's got this, but I'm here to tell you, like, apparently it wasn't always that way. There was times where, like, the dead weight got canned unless your dad owned the company. What happened to you being able to fly? Fun story about that, John Fox. Greenlight had set up a wither killer. I was trying to get a new beacon, and unfortunately, I apparently set it up in the wrong space. And then I lost my wings. They fell into the void, and I was gonna get some new ones, but then I found out the season ended because 1.19 is coming out, and so now we're hoofing it the old-fashioned way. Come on. So interesting. I like this one. Okay, help me out here. Where else is things now? Stay here for a minute. There's new stuff around here somewhere, is there not? Maybe. South. Go south? Alright, south it is. South. Dude, I gotta use this song more often in my builds, or in my videos. I don't know what it is. It's Patricia Taxton, I think it's called. Just this particular one. You'll hear it a lot in like speedrunning videos, but I just like its setup. It's got a good tone to it, a good vibe that works for a lot of the tone that I'm setting for my videos. For the theme. Jeez. Alright, we're just stay here. Fucking whatever. How did I even get over here? There we go. Thinking this one through. Does that one have a gate on it? That'd be nice. It does. What do you think of the odds we can make it up here? And in there? No. There we go. Made it. What the? Oh, is he scared of sheep? There we go. Oh, the Death Star and stuff over here. I remember this now. Alright, that's good. Hey, witch. Come on. Can't hurt this. Can't touch this. Spider Factory. No, don't get scared. We got this, bro. You and me together. We can do anything. Oh, this is the area where the Guardian farm was, which, by the way, oh my god, the fact you don't have to empty the Guardians anymore to make a Guardian Prismarine farm, such a bonus. Only old school Minecraft players know the pain of having to dump sand and sponges into the entirety of like a 56 block by 56 block watered in chunk. Oh, it's such a pain. Alright, let's get around this thing. Might have to really walk around all around the lake. I'm surprised you guys didn't know about that though, the Rolo stream. Back to the old topic as I jump back and forth. Like an ADD enthusiast. But it'll be good, because like a lot of people didn't. I can't believe we're at the point now where people don't know what a gamma male is. That's insane. Which, in fairness, like a gamma male is essentially just narcissistic personality disorder personified in like an organization. So you can just say an NPD and people will understand it too. But then again, everybody likes using NPD for whatever the hell anybody they don't like too, so we seem to be always in a situation where everybody will take something to mean whatever they want it to mean and forget what actual... Oh, dude, no. To forget what actual definitions are, and so you're always at the situation where you have to start off everything with a 20-minute explanation as to what you're talking about. This isn't good. I don't know what's going on, but... I don't know what to do about this one. Alright, sir. Maybe. Maybe we just have to build him a way out. I saw the Rolo stream. He was hating on Sigmas. Well, it's not hating on Sigmas. This whole point of a Sigma is not whether like they're good people or bad people. It's like what you need to do from your perspective. And if you're running any kind of organization, you need to avoid them like the plague, not give them any power, especially in a room with women. And it's funny because I see so many examples. Like, you've heard me talk about the females and male social matrix, how why it's not a good thing to have women inside of male spaces, and what causes the problem. It's actually not women. It's the guys that tend to get thirsty over them, start acting weird. It's essentially gamma males are the problem, but I just didn't use the word. Publish a Rian Stone dictionary. Maybe. But I mean, already my content is kind of like C-spanny and too pablum to be entertaining. I don't think doing a library is the way ahead, or a dictionary is the way ahead to stop doing that. Call it a hunch. I think I'll lose the few audience members that I already have that are like, yeah, this is very interesting. Could you remove some of the autism? And I'm like, nope. You know? All right, where's that horse? Oh, here you are, Bode. All right, here, buddy. Oh, no, don't! Don't run. Didn't mean to hit you. It was an accident. Here, stay here for a second. Get rid of this. Oh, we're gonna have to dig up all kinds of shit. God damn it. Is that water? Ah, for the love of... Dude, where is this stream? Does it need to be here, or can I get rid of it? I can't see anything. I literally can't see what I'm doing. Oh, here we go. I see it now. Okay, so we just get rid of this block. No, it's this block. Come on. There we go. Nailed it. Oh, and this one. Hey. 18th time's the charm. What can I tell you? Grumble, grumble. Where was I? Where am I? What's going on? There we go. No, come back. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was so clever by bringing a horse in this adventure, but I'm starting to think now I kind of maybe shouldn't have. It seems to be making things a little bit harder than it needed to be. There we go. Get up, get up, get up. There we go. Nailed it. Maybe. Almost. There, we're back. Where the hell am I? There's a torch. That's a starting point. Should have just crossed the river. My old... No, this way. This way, this way, this way. My old days of playing Oregon Trail. I always hate having to cross the river with all your gang, because... Am I going the right way? Yeah. Dude, this rain is actually a pain. I can't see anything. All right, we're going to have to... Here, one sec. Where's the particles? There we go. Ah! So it's not that. Where can you get rid of... Oh, here we go. Dude, no! I don't need this! I don't need that! Ah. I see some beacons. I can head towards the beacons. Alright, whatever we're doing, this is what we're doing. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, we're there, we're there. I made it. Made it! Oh, it's a lot of creepers. A lot of creepers. What am I? Am I in a river? I guess so. Alright, here's the deal, horse. Where'd you go? I don't like you, you don't like me. But I don't want to... No, don't hit the horse. Run! Oh, and I don't have any hay bales to heal him either. It's fine, it's fine. Just get back on your thing. We're almost there. We're almost there. Come on, sir. Come on. Get going. Get going. That Twitter meltdown from Bowtied Ox the other day was Pete Gamma said you feel disgusted when talking. What the hell are you talking about? You got a link to that? I have no idea what you're talking about with this guy. Just don't kill your force like Dave did. I didn't want to bring that up, Marty. I really didn't want to. Because to be fair, when it comes to Dave driving anything, death always follows. And so I'm hoping to avoid the Dave curse. Since I can drive better than Mish, I've been avoiding it pretty well so far, but you never know. Hey, 18th time's the charm. There we go. Oh yeah, the Manosphere. Fuck, that thing was fun. And then the Mushroom Village. Here, so these ones here, if you guys don't know, these are honey blocks or honeycombs. Like you make them from the wax inside of a honey thing. I don't mind them, and I've always wanted to find better uses for them. I just don't do enough work with honey to like even think through like what could I build with this kind of stuff. It's one of those things I've regretted on this server that I'll probably update for next time. I don't know. Hey, I didn't break my dick. Fair point. By the way, I found out apparently it's gonna take like a month in game for my dick to heal. Did you know that? Because I got the slow healing mod. Supposedly, if I stay fully fed for the entire time, I can speed it up to like 3 weeks. Ow, ow. But yeah, it's not happening. Hey, come on. Oh, nobody makes their bases horse friendly. This is something I'm going to work on. I'm going to make a new server rule. All bases must be horse accessible, or you're out of the server. Oh, God. Anyways, I do like it. Alright, I don't know where to go. Where do I go next? Anybody else is more familiar with my own server than me? I don't know where to go next. Guess we'll just head here. Roger Tomarso is an old man who broke his hip. Yeah. I hate when negativity traits are actually negative. Yeah, well, I mean, it's fine. That's the whole thing, is like, I can handle this self. All I have to do is not crash a car into a telephone pole and I'm fine. And how was I supposed to know that you crashing Misha's car with your motorbike of doom would have made me stop rubberneck and then kill myself, you know? Not my fault. I blame hypergamy. It's feminists' fault. Alright, we're gonna head back. Come on! Come on, come on, come on! Get going! Son of a... Oh, trees are the worst. The worst! There we go. Now we're making some progress. We're almost back home. I'm gonna go check out the city. I do like, by the way, for my build styling, I think you've seen me do this before on the single player and the multiplayer world, where I set up these, like, too high, unjumpable blocks, although the last time I did them with, like, cedar wood, or not cedar wood, or oak wood, and now I did it with stone. I think I might continue this on the next build, too, to have these, like, flattened topped layers. I just like the build. Also on the go, these things. So this made one thing of moss blocks, which is all right, and then I like this one, which made 5. But it's still too slow the way it is. So what I'm gonna do next time, I'm gonna get this build done as soon as I can on the thing. Instead of having just these 4 sets of blocks come up and do it, I can set this up as a tile. So it's like 5, 5, 5, as far down as you want. So I think I'm gonna set it up. I'll have to do some math. Proper one. And then set this up so the main thing is in the middle and it just branches out, and then have trains handle the things. So that should be good. Increase a lot of these skills. And I see this new, El Mango did a new type of sugarcane farm where he puts slime blocks and honey blocks attached to trap doors, and then he puts mine carts on top of the trap doors. So as the flying machine flies down and flies back, the mine carts are picking them up as they go, so I don't need to have like an elaborate train network, which saves me a ton of time. So I think I'm going to do that too. Now see, this is how you do a base. Look at that. You walk around, take your horse. It's perfect. Way better. Way better than that cool horse shit you guys. Oh yeah, look at this. Tons of work on here since the server tour with the base contest. I like. Get up there. Yeah, it's all right. do with this. Another angry Swedish guy. Who cares? Trying to get everybody to build building there. Okay, so here's the thing. What I'm going to try and do then, so for... Ooh, that looks weird. So for the next server, I need to think about, like, what do we need to do for a sizing thing? Like, what do you guys think is a big enough space for an initial build size? Do you think 1,000 by, like, 1,024 by 1,024 grid, or do you think 248? Do you think that's a good one to have us start with our initial builds close together? Maybe even set up two, where there's like the homes and then like a shopping district where so everybody's building their farms. We could set it up, maybe like a simple economy. You know what? I might save that for the Discord. Oh, geez, look at Dante. 1,024. Okay, so I'll probably do that then. I'll sell. I see it's like world spawn border, and it creates like a big blue fence that's surrounding that. So it forces us to stay at a certain level. Excuse me. Where are you jumping, man? Man. Why are you stuck? Oh, who put that stupid fence there? Who's an idiot? Fair enough. Random fence there just to mess with me. There we go. Oh, look at that. The wall of... Literally horse unfriendly. He built himself a barbed wire fence to keep all the riffraff out. That's what those people do, you know, them Filipino cultures. They always try to keep everybody out with their bamboo fencing. There's your most like random piece of like, was that even racism or not for today? The answer is no, it's not. I'm just messing. Get up there, get up there. There we are. Look at this. Makings of a real good base. It's too bad he decided to do the ending of the Jungle Book, you know, where at the end, Baloo and what's his name, Bagheera? Yeah, Bagheera and Baloo were gonna play with Mowgli whole life, but then he found a girl with a pot on her head. He's like, guys, not gonna lie, thanks for all the musicals and saving me from the monkeys and that, but Boba, gotta go, Boba. Why did you close up your Twitter account? Oh yeah, no reason. Honestly, I was just looking at, I was doing like, every now and then I'll check through everything's numbers, everything's growth, see, like get a stock of how things are going, and it's weird. So I can't explain it. You check through your analytics, and my Twitter account probably grows like a couple hundred people a month, which is slow for growth, but I'm fine with that, whatever, because it's not making me any money, it's not adding to the thing. But every month it'd be like 300 to 500 people added, but my follower count never changes. So either as many people are joining as are leaving, or Twitter's pulling some shenanigans on the back end, and I can't, like, I used to think that was crazy nonsense, but with the Elon takeover, the more I hear about what they're doing, the more I'm like, oh. Or it could just be a case that they're finally starting to crack down bots now that they're worried about an SEC filing and a lawsuit from the investors for being, defrauded, I believe is the term. That real people are joining me and bots are getting kicked out, and it just happens to work out to be the equal rate. So I'm like, you know what? If it's a case that I'm not really growing or shrinking anyway, might as well just lock it. Like, take a look for myself, because people will join and it'll send you requests. So I'm like, I can physically see who's following the account every day. And already, the numbers from Social Blade and what I'm seeing with my own eyes aren't the same. Aren't the same. So yeah. Alright. So, this is neat. Honestly, look, this is going to sound a little on the limp-wristed side, but I am proud of this server. I'm proud of all you guys. You've done some amazing builds. A lot of you guys have built yourself YouTube channels, and they're doing really well, and they're building really fast, and it's nice to know that I could be a little part of helping you guys, you know, get your way or get your success or whatever reference you want to use to it. I love watching Dave's videos. I like seeing Greenlight making his. I like seeing Marty. Dude, say what you will about Marty. He knows how to add some pizzazz to a stream. His idea for the Zomboid ones of adding like cross-dressing Mad Max barbarians with like a broadsword. It's just, mwah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna concentrate. Well, yeah, me too. I think we're all gonna concentrate on farms. That's the big thing for this. There's only a couple different things you can do. You can either make crazy redstone contraptions, farms, or creative builds, or terraforming. I guess there's like 4 or 5 different ways you can go. You can go the explorer route, but SMPs usually don't do the best on exploring. And yeah, so we all just kind of crank out what we can and do what we can, and that's the good thing too. Like we both, like everybody has their own villager trading halls, but they're all set up differently. And for farms, a lot of us have sugarcane farms, but they're all set up differently. We all have our own little kelp things. They're all set up differently, and it's nice because it shows there's more than one way to build whatever. So yeah, as far as that stuff, like, build what you want to build. That's the whole point of the server, right? Build what you want to build, entertain your audience however you want to entertain it. If you're not doing an audience, just do the stuff that's fun and you can be part of it. Oh, look at you, a base on top of the nether. Dude, that's an ambitious project because it's like any screw ups in top slabbing or half slabbing shit. Guaranteed what's gonna happen is a gas is gonna show up and just start blowing up everything. So you could like make no mistakes. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. How can I set this up a little better? Get some screenshots. I should have been taking screenshots the whole time, but I'm slow. And then we'll set one up here. Because I got to do one last video. Actually, you know what? I like that view better. We'll go with that. There we go. I got to do one final video. I got some time-lapse stuff of the building of the stuff in there. I'll probably do a chit-chat, let everybody know what's going on, say a heartfelt thank you. You know, heartfelt. Yeah, spawn proofing. To be fair, I kind of like the base building in the end. It's fun. I probably won't do it, at least not at the start this time, because it's so isolated from everything else. You're essentially just playing it solo now. And so I did save it till the the end of the season here. But it is kind of fun. But I guess if this channel does really well, I can always just start doing what pro Minecrafting accounts do, where it just becomes your full-time job. Like I don't make Manosphere content anymore. I just do this. Pays as well. Hire an editor to do all the editing, so all I have to do is just focus on playing and recording content and handing everything else off to the team. So yeah, it should be fun. Anyways, I guess this is me saying goodbye, other than some last-minute filming. Sad day. Sad day for all. Alright. Where is my chummy? Mine in chat. I felt like I spent half my time up there building farms anyway. That is true. A loyal Delta. It's a useful thing though. Like I said, if you get rid of all the autism on it, the thing about the Vox Day is it's based on its utility, not about how cool it sounds, right? Same as Venkatesh Rao with his sociopaths, clueless, and losers, because you can tell that they're both having different frameworks to describe the same concept, even though they're missing a lot of details. Like if you don't know, Venkatesh Rao's the Gervais principle is based on every organization succeeds in spite of its best efforts, and that the people at the top of the organization are more opportunists than they are attempting to push forward the agenda. Like they're not actually trying to help the organization. They're essentially parasites scavenging off of it, with the idea that there's enough clueless people that they can guide them to it, and enough economic losers in the case where there's nothing they can do about it. And it just so happens this is how companies do well, which is like a very interesting thing. But his approach was more so about how like the company organizes itself from a 90-foot perspective, as opposed to Vox, which is mostly talking about how the people organize within the organization. So yeah. Yeah, when Sigma Grindset guys start saying I'm a sociopath, you know they've been listening, which is the weirdest fucking flex ever, man. I still can't believe guys are like that. I'm a bit of a sociopath. I'm like, first off, dude, if you're doing it because you're bragging about your dark triad shit, it was psychopathy. Sociopathy doesn't actually exist. It's just like a gobbledygook pop science term, right? Secondly, if you really were a psychopath, you shut the fuck up about it because you know that's not a good thing. And the thing about psychopaths is they actually are, for the functional ones, and 2 or 2. All right. Exit and quit. You would know that they know you don't want to present to psychopaths. So psychopaths present themselves as affable. They're pleasant. They're charming. They're nice. Justin Trudeau, great example if you want to talk about a psychopath. Whether he is or not, it's irrelevant, but it's like good for illustrating a point. He says the right words. He uses his drama speaking voice. It ends now. And you're like, wow. I would totally let that guy suck my dick in a truck stop bathroom. But then he's like, okay, now send in the cops. Let's start stomping old ladies at the trucker convoy. And let's cause 20% inflation. You know what? I'm just going to sell out to the world like all that shit. It's good for him. It's great for his career. It's great for his future prospects. Not so good for everybody else. So that's kind of the thing. Oh yeah, Be Slightly Evil is also good. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen Oxygen Not Included. It's on the list. So what I'll probably do is, you guys seem to like that Rian plays 2 completely different games review thing I'm doing, where I take an hour for each one. I think that's the way I'll do it now, and I'll go through the list of all the shit you guys got on there, and once a week, I guess. Maybe once every 2 weeks. I don't know. Because there's also Open TDD. What are the other ones? Where's the rest of it? Show me my wish list, sir. Yeah, a whole bunch of ones here that I'm like, what in the hell? I don't even know what to make of it. Hitman 3, Prop Hunt, Crusader Kings, Elden Ring, Carrion, Octopath Traveler, Little Nightmare, Slay the Empire, Oxygen Not Included, Hollow Knight, Metal Slug, Subnautica, Hyperlight Drifter, Talos Principle, 7 Days to Die. It's like, I'm not going to have time to like devote like a 10 episode series to all these things. So yeah, half an episode. Crank these ones out. Although, a lot of these ones are like $80 a pop. So I don't know. I'll probably save those for the end. I would hate the idea of spending, and I know it's just a business expense, so it shouldn't really matter, but the idea of blowing $100 on a game just to try it for half an hour and be like, meh. It's like physically, it's just hard to get past that. I'm like, I don't like wasting. But we'll see. We'll see. So I got nothing else for you this stream. So we got half an hour of just chit chat between you and me. Oh, thank you, by the way, on the last chat where I was talking about doing the mids watch stuff, and usually by the end my voice starts to conk out. Somebody brought up the good point that it's not that. It's because he remembers me talking about how horrible my allergies were. Apparently a lot of that is just the mucous membrane does some magical fancy science shit, and then that'll slowly thin out my voice. And he's like, yeah, what you need to do is get rid of the animals. So I'm like, that's interesting. So I'll start. I haven't had any take allergy pills yet, so I might start taking them again and see if that makes a difference here. Someone did a $5 super chat to Clary in order to have you appear on his channel during his time off. Oh, that's good. He'll probably reach out then and ask if I want to, and I'll make sure, why not? It's a different thing. I gotta admit, it's a weird experience, and I've only ever done it with Clary, when you jump on and you do a live stream on somebody else's channel where he's like, yeah, just, throw a couple videos on my channel here. I'm like, all right, sure. He's like, I'll send you all the super chats. I'm like, no, keep them, man. It's whatever. I don't mind. But it's like a completely different audience, and they have a completely different set of norms, and you walk in there and they're arguing with you. You can't like boot somebody out of somebody else's house. So it's just an interesting experience. I'd suggest if you guys ever get a chance, give it a shot. Turns out you're allergic to everything except for peanuts. Vim? Are you talking about like VM, like the Linux notepad? Or are you talking about something else? Keep in mind, my Linux skills are very, very limited. Like, I'm not a bash script master or anything like that. I know how to set up. Yeah, like, I've done it, and I'd probably have to have the man. Like, my best Linux command is the man. Just so you know. Man and, what was it? Like, hyphen something or other. Yeah. You got to do the fake angry asshole bit. Well, dude, I could. I'm good at it, too, because I'm fucking pissed all the time. That's the trick, Cap. I'm angry all the time. But at the same time, I'm like, even though I'm angry, I'm like, oh, what are you going to do? So I just laugh it off. I use humor as my way of processing how messed up some stuff is. It's not a coping strategy, but it is kind of funny. But typical military, like, something goes horribly wrong, you can laugh about it. Like, I think I've told you the story before about one of the bosuns was trying to show off for the Tiger Cruise. Ended up flipping off of his own boat, didn't hook his kill switch on because he was in a rush, and he chopped his nose off. It was pretty horrible watching like a sailor almost kill himself in front of like 800 families of sailors, but that was kind of... But then we were laughing about that a week later. It's like, oh, he cut his nose off. Well, that sucks. You know. Coming back with the scar, we're poking fun. Nice scar, man. Looked like you were fighting a shark. Somebody should have told you it's because you're too stupid to set up a kill switch. It's like, I get it. Yeah, bring women on and spit mad statistics at them. Oh, God, that would be so much fun. Did you know that 8 out of 10 divorces are women? She's like, wow, that's amazing. Let me suck your dick. Said no one ever. So Ryan going full gamma. Yeah. I just don't care enough to be like, I don't know. I don't have the ego for online personality. I think you have to be a raging narcissist to want to get on here. So something I realized, everybody, because we were talking before, like among the gangs, like, yeah, do you want to talk to this person? This person's like, oh, they just want to talk to you to chase clout. They don't really care. And then we kind of did run through the numbers and realized, like, everybody does. Nobody really cares about interesting conversations or making good content based on a theme. People are just talentless, other than maybe they're young, maybe they're attractive, maybe they have that great ASMR radio voice, you never know. And they just chase clout. That's all they give a shit about. And I'm just like, oh, I don't think I'm cut out for this business. Definitely not. My shirts are too flowery. My ego is too in check. You're missing the point. Gamma radiation, you know, Hulk smash. Yeah, fair enough. Heard about a roofer letting a piece of tin fall off the roof, cleanly chop off his nose. Son of a bitch. The clean would be good though, less scarring. Yeah, that's just what Myron does in his show. Yeah. Well, it's all of them. That's the thing. I think Clary is smarter than he lets on. Like, do you remember when he told you guys, like, trusting your guru, vetting your gurus or whatever? Like, did they fall in this place by accident, or are they here because they got nothing else going on for them? I think about that one. I do think about it. Because I realize you look, like, I've looked on the internet, you see so many people. And the ones that actually have, like, an interest in what they're talking about, they're kind of interesting. They have an in-depth knowledge about something that I otherwise, even things that I don't have any interest in. Like that Sawmill channel I watch. The guy really likes sawmills. Like, he fucking loves it. And I don't give a shit about sawmills, but I like learning about sawmills from somebody who gives them interest in it. But then you see a lot of guys that are just, I know how to run my mouth on the camera, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but they're like, I understood the points. I watched half of a Jeremy the Quartering video, so I'm just gonna repeat that, but say bro 5 or 6 more times. I have to DM you more boring YouTube channels. Yeah, you know what I gotta do? I actually have to delete my watch history from all my channels on YouTube, because YouTube is just really good at, like, oh, you like this? We're gonna give you more of this. Like, TikTok is far ahead in the algorithm thing. And so it's at the point that I need to start watching new stuff, but it doesn't show me new stuff. Cause it's like, oh, you'll love these Sopranos clips. I'm like, I'm only watching because there's nothing else. Nothing else. Like, yeah, here's some more Sopranos clips. I'm like, fuck you guys. Yeah, and I'm about getting paid, so I don't care for the useless stuff. Yeah, same in the DJ business. People think it's about being cool, making a show, being artistic, not so much about making money, plain and simple. Well, it's like making money, I find, is like the secondary skill. Like, everybody's there to make money, because if you're not making money, you can't eat, you can't survive, right? But think of it as an opportunity cost thing. You could be doing something else, so why are you doing this? And that's why I like taking money out of the equation, because being able to sustain yourself off of anything you're doing is just a given. It doesn't matter what you do. Picking rocks out of a field, doing politics, whatever. Ultimately, money is the reasoning there. But since everybody's got it, why would you do one thing over another? And that's why I have the issue with just like the talking heads that have no interest in it, no skills, no talent, and they're just kind of fucking out of it. Yeah, no making money for the location. Yeah, some people do it because, and I would say, I bet you anything, if I put out like a poll and I said, don't answer this, and nobody answered it unless they were a content creator, you, sir, could earn $2 million, but you have to remove all of your social media profile and never come back. Would you take it? And I bet you, if people were being honest with themselves, they probably wouldn't. I would take it in a fucking heartbeat. Heartbeat. 2 million is enough to pay off my house, buy another one, rent that one out, and live off the spoils for the rest of my life. And have enough left over to have a retirement nest egg. So I'm like, fuck it, why not? I'm serious though. What if they're impressed by how bold I am? Dude, they don't care as much as you think. It's like the gym. Like, you might be able to sell them on it, but yeah, they're not going to be like, this guy's amazing. It's like, yeah, this will work. And it's just business. Like, nobody gets that passionate about anything. If you get a 4 out of 10, wow, you're pretty much golden. Yeah, that's the other thing too, Dragon. Yeah, you're talking about the statistics show. You watched it for 2 months, got old quick. It's the same shit over and over and over, and even Rollo repeats the same shit. Yeah. Well, I guess there's a fine line, and it's not easy. I should know as well as anybody that you have to, in order to keep an audience for the long term, you have to both be novel, but mostly the same. Like, you always have to be the same. People show up because they know what they're expecting and they like it. It's like McDonald's, right? It's not the greatest hamburger. It's not the best anything. It doesn't win awards. But if you go to a McDonald's, you know exactly what the hamburger is. You're comfortable with it. And every time you get it, it's exactly the same. It's that consistency that draws people to it. But then social media is slightly different in that people are always searching for novelty. So yeah, you may be king, like Epic Mealtime was the coolest shit for like 2 years. And then everybody's like, oh, okay, I get it. He's going to throw more bacon and whiskey on a thing again. And then they just stop watching him. So you get other channels. They have to constantly like evolve and renew what they're doing, but keep it as similar to the old stuff as possible. Otherwise, you have a peak and you have a fall. I actually heard this from where I first got put onto the topic was this YouTuber. He's Canadian. I think he's from London, Ontario, maybe Windsor. Dosa Buckley. You guys might remember him. He's like been around forever, like 12 years or so. He's a radio guy. He just rants about the worst songs of 2012. Yeah, that's why the PZ streams are so good. Keystone Cops. But that's the thing, right? Like, I've noticed this. As I was making the videos, there wasn't a 20-minute video that I could make out of our live streams that didn't have, at some point, Dave flipping over Misha's car. And we didn't aim for that. We didn't have a meeting going, okay, we need to flip the car at least once every half hour. It just worked out that way. And I like that because then it shows how our dynamic gets together. Yeah, Mish panicking over something that's going to get us killed will happen, guaranteed. And that's that consistency that carries on. Now, the part that I suck at is garnering attention because these videos, they could be doing 100,000 views at a time. Mish even said so himself. It's like, this is better than the shit I watch. And I'm making it. I'm like, exactly. But that's the thing. Most people have no idea who the fuck you are. And so the big trick, and this is where the clickbait stuff comes in, is how do you get people to know who you are? And that's the thing I have to work on. Yeah, remember they said they basically want to know how you think. Yeah. Or that you do think. Because I'm assuming, and Boo, correct me if I'm wrong, when it comes to engineers, they got to be the same as like InfoSec guys, where there's a lot of certifications, but there's two types of people with those certifications. There's the guy who knew what he was doing, and he gets the certification because, yeah, you have to get the certification for this new job prospect, or the company paid for it, or whatever. And then there's the people that go and get the paperweight certifications. Like, they can pass the test, but they have no idea what they're doing. They're just good at passing the test. And so from what I gather, those type of questions are a way of separating the paperweight credentials from the learned credentials. Yeah. Straight up asking about, salary expectations. So that's an easy one. That actually should have come up earlier. So don't give them a number. Whatever number you give them is going to be wrong. Here's the thing. If you give them too low of a number, they'll accept it, and you undersold yourself and you're not reaching your proper market value. If you give them a number and it's too high, then they'll say that number is too high, and then you've automatically asked for less than you. They'll, no matter what, they'll say you probably asked for too high and try and whittle you down. So what you generally do, and realize this, a company doesn't have infinite money, and it's like a negotiation to see how much you get. They have set aside a range, a salary range based on people in the area of what your position title would probably earn. So all you got to do is just ask about the range. It's like, well, here, let's not waste each other's time. You probably have a range that you guys are accepted here. Just mention your range. And if I'm comfortable with that range, we can continue on. And this is where the negotiation becomes good, because when you're negotiating a salary now, you have an Overton window. You have a range. Let's say it's 80,000 to 120,000. Obviously, there's going to be a difference in the skills that, yeah, you may be good enough for the job, But the guy who earns 80,000 at this job and the guy who earns 120,000 at this job is going to have different levels of expertise. The $80,000 a year guy is probably going to have to take some more training to brush up on some stuff. He's 80% of the skills you need. Maybe he's young, so they're taking a risk on his work ability. Versus the $120,000 a year guy, which is the guy that can do the stuff like perfectly. He's done it all before. Maybe he's even worked for the company before, shit like that, right? And so then the negotiation for salary isn't about you telling them why you need more and them saying you shouldn't have more. It's you're breaking down that $40,000 salary range. Okay, so I have X, Y, and Z certifications. That bumps the number up. And they're like, yeah, well, we don't, that's at the top end of the range. It's going to be a hard sell. Probably won't make it happen. So you're like, fine. And then you start switching it out. Okay, so we'll drop 10,000 here, but I would love 3 days work from home. Or instead of starting with 10 days of vacation time, I want 15 days of vacation. And then then you make a dance between what the salary is, what the perks are, and you guys already kind of know where the thing is, and that's just where the dance comes. So yeah, we're willing to pay you $89,000 a year, which is like 30 under. So you're like, that's fine if you want to go that route, but like, you know, because I have this skill, this skill, this skill, this skill, it's probably worth 110. So here's what we'll do. Instead of that, maybe like waive like a lot of places have 90-day probations before you start getting on the benefits package. Like, let's just start this off at day one. Let's add 5 days vacation. Let's set up an extra work from home thing here. Like all the other intangibles, what would they be worth to you? And then you can do some math. Like 5 days vacation, paid vacation is worth like, I don't know, $500 a day or something like that, right? If it's a salaried paid vacation. So if you're doing an extra 10 days, then that's an extra $5,000. So then you can like, but you see what I mean? And by breaking this thing down, and you're an engineer, this should be easy to make it systematic. You're actually doing it more professionally. And it's something that A, they're going to be used to. So A, it makes you look more professional because you know what you're doing. B, it forces you guys to think about the job on a tactical level. What's involved from you, what's expected from you, what it's worth. How can they get you at a reasonable price that both of you are going to be happy with? Because if you take a deal you don't like, you're more likely to move on. If they take a deal they don't like, they're going to be more likely to try and replace you. So if you really want to have this thing work, you set it up so everybody's happy. Win-win. Yeah, they're trying to suss out if you're just one of those guys that are good at remembering stuff. Yeah, it makes sense. And that was the thing. And sometimes there's tangibles you can't expect. Like I told you about my first InfoSec job, a compliance company, and the fact that I was military, they get to say military grade security. I'm like, perfect. Had some value on there. For me, it's like, you know, and I made a mistake there. I did tell them what I earned at the old place. So I probably cost myself, even though I was earning $25,000 more than I did when I was in the military, I probably could have got an extra 10, 15 out of it had I been smarter about it. So, you know, live and learn. But at the same time, I made the mistake and I told them about my vacation time, which at the time was like 25 days a year. So I did gain on the back end an extra like 10, 15 days of vacation to match that. So, you know, it accidentally worked out being all right. But had I known then what I knew now, I probably would have come in a lot smarter about it. Oh yeah, construction is just, but that's the thing. If you're talking low-skilled work, you don't have a bargaining position. This only works with positions in jobs that have skills. Skills that take education, that take time, and that take experience. That's the leverage that you need. But if you're working a construction job, let's face it, what are your perks? I can do the job, I show up to work on time, and I'm not drunk or high. That's really it. That's all you have to offer. And to be fair, I'm on time every day is a fucking superpower when it comes to low-skilled work. Fucking superpower. But again, you get like they're not going to be able to ask you too much. We'll pay you this much an hour. But if they're the ones where they schedule shifts in that, you being consistent and showing up on time means that you're getting the shift scheduled. Anyways, that's all I got. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'll probably work on some merch today. Maybe send out a couple tweets, some Whaminate shit stuff. Edit another Project Zomboid video. I know that we're on the next one we're doing too. It's going to be a new map, so we're restarting again. So I get a dick-free playing experience. But on that note, I know we're a little early. I'm gonna let you guys go because I got nothing else for you. Anything else for me? Oh, if you could do me a solid. This is actually the first time that I've been almost editing or ending of a stream, And we have way more concurrent viewers than likes. We're at 32 viewers right now and only 14 likes. If you guys can do me solid, pump that up to 32 or 33, we can keep this this thing going. So far, for a solid year, we've had more likes than concurrent viewers, which is like unheard of in the YouTube algorithm. And I would hate to lose that trend now on the last day of my favorite SMP server. Thank you very much. It's a vanity metric, I know. It doesn't add anything to the algorithm, I know. But I look at that and I get a little sense of pride on the bullshit that doesn't matter. Oh yeah, and dude, like when you're in the job and you get the one you like, still take interviews. Still take it. I had to talk my girl into that. I'm like, dude, just take this interview. She's like, but I like where I work. I don't want to move. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Two things. One, you want to make sure that you're still getting paid what you're worth, because, you know, some companies don't hire for a long time and there's like a big boost in the thing. And two, you practice interviewing. And three, it helps you on the interview process when they're like, why would you want to work here? And she loved it. She's like, how do I answer that question? It's like, you don't want to work there. You love what you work. You love who you're working with now. You love the pay. You love everything about it. There's no reason to leave. But the person that she was talking to at the time that said you should try out here. And I'm like, but you like that guy so much. I'm like, dude, I'm going to hear him out. We've had a good working time together. He's been a great vendor. It's like, why wouldn't I listen to him? And so that's why you're here. And then that, for her, she was like loving it because it changed the whole dynamic to basically, she didn't need them. They needed her. And so they had to make an offer. And they actually made a pretty good offer. But we did the same stuff I told you before. You do the math, how much you think you're worth. What's the cost? Because when she switches to this job to another job, she has to give up the pension stuff she's built up, all this stuff. So like, put a number in your head. What would it be worth to throw all that stuff away? And she did throw a number, and they didn't quite make it. They were close. But she's like, I'm not going to leave for an extra $1. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, perfect. Yeah, we're getting there. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Good luck on the interview. Let me know how it goes. Same thing with, was it JD? Who's the other one here at the interview? I think it was JD. Anyways, hit the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Salut. It's cheers in French.